that's what I can relate to. I ain't rich yet. I don't know what it's like to drive certain cars, but I know what it's like to be sad or depressed. I know what it's like to like have a breakup. I know what it's like to be broke. You feel what I'm saying?
MVP, can't you see? Yeah, envy me. I'm a hero not because I'm fighting crime, I'm being me. I take care of my fam before they think of me. Yeah, they say I'm fly, so I spread my wings. Then I spiral, then I flee the scene. I'm an MVP. When I lead my team looking like an MVP. Yeah. Oh, I'm still that boy from the lot. Went from working in the mall, hands dry from the box. Owning my own business, calling shots.
Okay, Kev. Okay.
Aesthetics, the aesthetics. That's what I call it. You gotta move your finger when you say aesthetics too.
Aesthetics.
There you go. Now you sound like you're talking about something.
Now I know what the fuck I'm talking about.
All right.
Talk to me nice.
You know what I mean? I'm like, hey, listen.
What's going on, Slave Fam? It's your girl Steph, and I'm back with another. Fuck. Sorry, my voice cut out.
You ripped all these cuts in here too.
Oh wait, the pillow's fucked up.
Yeah.
Sorry, ass too fat.
Aesthetics.
What's going on, Slave Fam? It's your girl Steph, and I'm back with another video. I'm back with my good friend Kev Rodgers. Y'all might have seen him on here before, and if you didn't, you need to go watch that video. I'm gonna link it below. So you already know what's going on. I got the Hookah Hour. It's an interview. We gonna get right into it, but before we do, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn on your post notifications so you know every single time that I post. And you don't miss a thing. You know what I'm saying?
Do that. Real support.
Do that.
Aesthetics.
So we got Kev here, man. Big Kev. Hold on. Dang.
Yeah, now you got me feeling myself a little bit.
We here to talk. We here to talk to y'all real quick. We here to talk to y'all. You know, it's been a little minute. I ain't been on here in a little minute, as y'all know. But you know, I had to come back correct. I had to come back right with my guy. Like, it was no other way to do it. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't know Kev, I'm gonna have him tell you a little bit about himself. But if you do know him, you already know he's lit. Like, we good. Like, what's up?
Already. You already know, it's your boy Kev Rodgers. And out here, I like to call myself the rare one himself. And I like to tell people dare to be rare, which is basically be your damn self. Too many clones out here, not enough you. So, anyway, yeah, that was smooth, right? That was smooth. But, I'm an artist, I'm a producer. I come from Collinswood, Camden, South Jersey, representing. And, yeah, man, I got some new story to talk about. And I got a lot of things going on. And I'm kicking it with Steph because that's my dog. You feel what I'm saying? So, day one,
y'all better know. So, we actually did a Hookah Hour around this time last year.
Yes.
For the first time ever. I think it was February last year.
Yeah, it was a minute ago.
We a couple days late, but you know,
the chemistry's still there.
For our 1 year reunion.
Right. But the chemistry's still there.
Chemistry always been there ever since we met. Like, first of all, do you even remember how we met?
So I don't remember. I remember coming up to. I remember seeing you for the first time, and then I remember talking to you on the Hookah Hour about that I seen you, but I ain't say nothing. And I was rude. I was rude. I have manners. I'm still apologizing. I wasn't raised like that. I say hi to people I know.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, but I did that. I was the one that was rude. So
where was we at?
Kenny's listening session. Shout out Kenny's music. We was at Kenny's listening session.
We talked about that. Yeah, we definitely talked about that in the last Hookah Hour.
I know.
Okay.
I was rude.
I do remember that. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was rude.
All right. You wasn't rude. We didn't even know each other. We only knew each other through social media.
Yeah, kind of. But I felt like I don't know. I feel like to me that's one of the awkward things where it's like, yo, I saw you, but I ain't get a chance to say nothing. Like, was you just staring the whole night, bro?
It's fine. It's fine. Trust me, I understand. But we real cool now.
Facts.
You know, we locked in, and any content you see, you know what I'm saying, from him, you probably gonna see me, and you see me, you gonna see him, like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, we gonna get right into this. You got some new music dropping or what? Because this man deactivated his Instagram. Almost said Facebook.
No, you good.
He deactivated his Instagram, and we all like, what's up? Like, where'd he go?
Right.
Like, I'm looking for Kev, he not there.
Right. I had I'm keeping it real. I had a mental cleanse, to be honest with you. But I kind of already mentally checked out of Instagram before then. But that was more symbolic to let everybody know that I was doing that too. So I'm telling a story like from my life right now, what's going on, and then obviously in the last like 2 years, one, we had the pandemic, so everybody had some stuff going on. Two, I was in a management situation, still working with the people, and then I decided to move some things around. Just a lot of business stuff that was going on to try to make sure everything was straight. So through that time, I had a body of work and a project that I was trying to drop within that 2 years that I never dropped. So I just ended up, I ended up sitting on an album for about almost 3 years now. I got songs from like 3 years ago. Like that songs that I performed at the concert, or the Jose's concert, was on an album that I still just never released yet. But everything happens. I'm a person believing God. I got good faith about that. So everything happens for a reason.
Absolutely.
And I feel like I got a way better story to tell. And now it's I got it in spurts of how I'm telling it, starting with my first single, MVP. You know what I mean? I'm telling it from a more inspiring story. Like I'm starting from like who I am. Like I don't want to give too much away. I don't want to give too much away, but
yeah, we're not gonna give y'all all of it. But by the time this drops, it's gonna be out.
It's gonna be out.
So by the time this drops, it's already out. So make sure you guys go stream now on all platforms.
That's my run it up dance. Run it up. Run it up.
Run it up.
You see what I'm saying? So run them joints up. But yeah, we already know. We're going live. Yeah.
So I actually, it doesn't come out until tomorrow. Right. So we're filming this on the 2nd. It drops on the 3rd.
So y'all gonna hear it by now. So y'all gonna hear it. Know what you talking about, bro. We already did it. You late. You late.
But I heard it first.
Right.
I heard it. That joint fire. I mean, I feel like everything you make is fire.
But you honest about your opinions,
I am honest. Yeah, I'm honest. He be sending me like little stuff like, yo, like check this out, whatever. I've been in the studio session with you.
Shout out to Dom, because we got some heat on the way. You see what I'm saying?
So yeah, that brings me into my next topic.
Yeah.
What kind of features you got on this joint? Yeah. Some special features
I can actually name a couple of people right now that I got music with. Well, first of all, shout out Dom. I've been a fan of Dom for a little minute. I'm not gonna lie to you, definitely. And I told you that on the personal side tip. I'm like, yo, like Dom got some stuff, yo. Like she nice, she's fire. And I remember when I really got like caught upon how good she was the concert that we ended up, the Valentine's Day, yeah. And she did her song Hold Up, which I actually have downloaded on my Apple Music. Like I listened to it. Like I'm dead serious. To me, it was like shout out Shakia. It's like there's not a lot of females out here that I feel like really bringing a true essence of R&B, but in their own flavor though. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't really feel like Dom's being anybody but what her version and her nostalgia of R&B feels like. I can hear it in her music. So like shout out to Dom Meek. Me and her got some work. Shout out to my dog Trey Button. I got some stuff with Trey Button, Joe Button's son. He's fire. He's got some heat with me. And then
I never heard him.
Yeah, he got some heat. He's nice. He's an artist too, from North Jersey, obviously.
I can't wait to hear that.
Yeah. I'm gonna show y'all camera. Okay. But I got some heat with him. I don't want to give too much stuff that's not cleared on placement paper yet, but I got some great production
just
stuff.
Just give us what you can. That's all. Just a little bit.
Okay. So yeah, the newcomers, everybody know I got music with the team. So if y'all already looking for me to say Mirror-ish, Shakia, y'all already know I got music.
Yeah, that's a given. But if you don't know, now you know.
Right. Oh yeah, shout out my boy Nico Brim. We have some stuff too in the tuck.
Oh yeah, I did a reaction video to y'all music video.
He said he rocked with that joint too. I'm dead serious. Like, yeah. He posted that joint in his story. So
I remember him reposting. Yeah. That shit was fire. I was happy about that. I was happy, but I didn't know who he was.
Right.
I didn't
now
at the time.
Now you know.
I didn't know who he was. I'm like, people was commenting like, you don't even know him? Like, how you don't know him?
He's on tour Rap City.
Yeah. I'm like, my bad. Sorry. I gotta do my research next time.
That's the beauty about music, though, is getting put on and stuff like that. So,
yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? Now you get a chance to find a new gem.
Yeah. I feel like that happens a lot, like, when I connect with different artists. And I feel like it's just all a whole bunch of, like, for me, because I'm not in the music industry, but I'm a heavy supporter of everybody in the music industry. And I'm like, you know, as I'm trying to push stuff out for people and stuff like that. But like meeting you and people that you work with, it's like then I meet them and then the people that they work with. It's just like a whole like networking thing.
Listen, man, like relationships are worth more than finances in this business. Because if you got the right relationship, you ain't gonna have to ever worry about finance. So that becomes known for look gem, right.
He's dropping some gems.
But nah, that's some honest. And you know, you learn that as you go. That's not something you just like. You got to go through that to find out. Like, damn, you know, this person's situation that I got connected with put me in way more situations, or just got me way more out of it than this check did. You know what I'm saying? So,
absolutely. It's really all about who you know. You just definitely, you never know who's gonna make an impact on your life too. Like,
1000%.
so that's why you gotta, you know, carry yourself correct. You know what I mean? You never know who you're gonna meet. You never know who's gonna be able to change your life, or whose life you're gonna be able to change. Like, you know what I mean? It just all goes into that. So you're just dropping the single tomorrow? Yeah, I'm dropping a single tomorrow. We got a video for it.
I dropped a prelude to it today, which was like an opening scene to kind of explain what's going on. Basically, the whole story is like there's this character around in the neighborhood has been inspiring people, and people don't know his name, so they just know he's doing rare things. So he's just a rare man right now. We don't know. We just know somebody who knows such and such did a school drive. Somebody who knows such and such came and talked to his kids or helped coach about what's going on. But eventually they're gonna put a face to the name. So, which is me, and then I'll let people know. But basically, he's a superhero. So I'm not gonna like show people. I'm really about to like. I don't want to give it away yet.
Nah,
I don't give it away yet.
Let me tell you something about Kev. Like, you're so creative. You are so creative. You and your team. Like, I don't know who really be behind all of it, but your rollout, like your rollout for what's the MVP?
Yeah.
Fire.
It's really honestly, I keep a small niche group. I mean, me and my Rare Ones team is literally 2 people. It's Rob Tinsley, Tariq Bennett, 2 people that's on my stuff all the time, and then shout out my day-to-day manager, who I actually, to keep it real with you, got comfortable with from my last situation. Her name is Ver, but you know, I always want to make sure I get organized. So you gotta have somebody to keep you organized.
Absolutely.
But I only got a key 3 people that I'm with. Obviously my DJ LZ, Shy LZ, he's always working with me. But Tariq, you know, best DJ out here right now, and I'm saying it. Stop playing with me. So anyway, like right now he DJs so much. I'm like, bro, I called him earlier. I said, yo, when you coming off tour? Like, that's why I say that I'm messing with. It's like a running joke now. Like, he on tour right now because he DJ every night. But
he should, right? As he should.
But nah, those are the 2 people that I keep with me, because you gotta have a brainchild. You gotta have people that you trust. And you gotta have, I watch a lot of documentaries and stuff like that. So like people like Steve Jobs, he was saying like you gotta have somebody next to you that can make sure you understand what you're doing. That's telling you you're not crazy. Like, yo, I know you think that like you see a building that could be really like round. You're not crazy. Because you may think you're crazy if you're thinking this by yourself. Somebody in the world may tell you you're crazy for the idea. You need people to help you get to that. So that's kind of what they do for me, to be honest with you, and help expand it. So
I mean, everybody needs a team. You can't do everything by yourself.
Hell no.
Definitely get further with the team, especially when you find people that really like you know how to work with and understand you and understand your vision. You know what I mean? That definitely makes a difference.
1000%.
Absolutely.
I can't wait till people get a chance to just like follow the story, because I mean, now I'm actually getting actors involved in all these, like, because I've been breaking down like the whole totality of the story. Like, basically this whole thing is like, I called it an experiment. Like, I have it written down. Like, I call it like the Book of Kev. Like, I literally had everything written down. I got a bunch about like over the last 3 years is like a good 90 plus records that I just did not release. Maybe there's like, everybody probably heard, well, at least the people that I played it for probably heard 30 of them, but there's like 60 other ideas nobody has no idea about. And like Kenny was just like in the studio like, bro, you got a lot of music you didn't play yet. It's like, yeah, I mean, I haven't dropped a project since 2018, so like I haven't really, since 2018 I haven't dropped a project.
I didn't even realize that. It's 2022.
That's why I gotta stay relevant. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Ain't like I gotta worry about coming back out. If I wasn't relevant right now, people be like, bro, you didn't drop since 2018. But the fact that people forget is like the blessing in disguise about it. So I got a bunch of music, and I like put it in this folder, and I called it the Book of Kev. And basically, in a way, it was like I'm trying to tell this chapter about everything that's been going on with my life since, you know, things been happening. Because, you know, at the end of the day, a lot of things have been going on. I got a chance to be at the center of a lot of great things that happen in South Jersey. So there's so many untold stories and rooms that I've been a part of that I'm like, nobody has no idea. And I would love for people to hear it from my eyes, my point of view.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I always try to give like a little nugget and why, you know, people do it. like I tell people now with my whole Jaden situation, I always give them this, like I don't just tell them I did the Jaden joint. I tell them, no, bro, like I tried to send them beat at 17 and posted on Facebook and thought I was going to get it. And then I didn't get it until 6 years later when I didn't say nothing. Like, that's my whole story. I never just say, I got the Jaden joint. I tell them how you get to that point. Because, like, that's the biggest lesson I got, to be honest with you.
That's amazing. And that just shows you right there, like, just don't ever give up. Like,
at all.
Do not give up. Like, it's not going to happen right away. Whatever you're trying to do, if you're passionate about something, you got to keep on going.
Facts.
Like, even when you feel discouraged, even when you feel defeated, like, you just got to keep pushing. You just got to keep going.
I learned the hard way on that because I was like, the hardest thing I felt like I was going through this whole 3-4 years is like, you know, you got a really good idea and you feel like people don't believe in it. That always, whether you're human, it don't matter. You can be the most confident person in the world. Yeah. You're human. That makes you feel a way when somebody that you feel as though that you care about doesn't have the same energy. And that's normal. But what I learned is like, yo, like when you got a vision, like one, like my mom, she's like my biggest rock. So she always tell me like, yo, like, God gave you a vision. Like, everybody's not going to see that. Like, that's in your brain. You feel what I'm saying? Your job is to make people believe the vision is real. So a lot of ideas didn't happen before. Like, is it real? Like, and my team will even say it. Nobody did not think that was the one. I was the only one in the studio when I, like, played that joint. Like, I'm dancing. Everybo's kind of, like, just bopping and chilling. But in my head, I seen everything. Like, I'm like,
that's crazy.
I seen the Bobby joint. I seen all that. So, like, my Rob and Tariq, they both said, they were like, yo, we was in the car. We did not know. But also, no, that shows the value of the team. They didn't know, but they believed in my passion so much that it was like, all right.
They was going to support it.
They was going to support it. Because he just believed in, he talking about he about to do the Bobby joint. He going to cut his hair like it. And then when they see me with the high top, they like, well, we got to go hard. Because he just cut his hair. He got the whole leather jacket. We got matched energy.
Playing the part. Right. Yeah. I know, I fuck with that. I really fuck with that. But can I tell you something? As soon as I heard Is It Real, I knew that shit was coming. I knew that shit. Like, as soon as I heard that shit, I was like, yeah, this the one.
When you told me that, I was like, yes.
What motivates you to be so, like, you just... Alright, so the rare one, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, that makes sense because you're so different. Like, the way you carry yourself, the way you present yourself, your music, your creativity, like, just everything is just so different. And I love that. But what motivated that in general, like, at first? So when you first started, like, how did you just figure that out? Or, like, it just came naturally?
You know, like, I was a person, like, growing up in school, like, I was always, like I said, I was always a funny kid. I was class clown in high school, so I was the goofiest person in my class. But a lot of times, I would realize, like, man, you know, like, I was being, a lot of my jokes and a lot of stuff that I laugh at, even though, it's all vulnerable stuff. Like, it's all stuff that, like, you could relate to. Like, you know, like, if you walk in and you, like, you got a hole. If I had a hole in my sock, I'd be like, hey man, I got the hole in my sock today. You know how them days go. You see what I'm saying? And you're laughing because you may think about the day that you had the hole in the sock. So to me, that's how I try to transfer into my music. But even though I look a certain way, see, somebody now I go into the store, they're like, oh, that's Travis Scott. But I'm over here talking about, you feel what I'm saying? To me, it's kind of like in a way where it's like, the message got to be louder than what you look like. You feel what I'm saying? So like, to me, it kind of like, I just let my message do the talking, and then everything else just let it be easy to be accepted, basically. So, like, nobody cared that I made a video about, you know, dressing like a Mortal Kombat character or whatever the case may be, because they're more intrigued at the fact that it's like, you know, there's 10 people he took from his graduation class that's a part of that video.
Wow.
And then, you know, like, 2 of them that's on his creative team, they all went to college with 2, and they're working with Sage English, who has credits with Cardi B, and, you know, we're now bringing Collinswood on the same map is complex, you know what I mean? And shooting it in Collinswood, or whatever case may be. That overwhelms me trying to do karate in the you see what I'm saying? So that's kind of why I feel as though it made it easier for me, because I always, like, had a purpose and was like, whether I acted or said it, I showed you why I'm doing this. I'm either to make you feel good or get something out of it.
That just gave me chills. I love that though.
Yeah, that's the whole point
I really love that, because, you know, especially when it comes to music, I really love when there's a message behind it.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Facts.
Especially something relatable, and that's with a lot of your music. A lot of your music has actually helped me too. You know what I mean?
Wow. Appreciate that.
So, and I will be honest with y'all about that to the day I die. Like, I really sit and listen. Like, when you send me projects or you send me a track to listen to, like, say you send me like 4 tracks or something like that, I'm gonna listen to it in the order you gave it to me. I'm gonna really just like, you
take
know,
it in.
take it all in, like.
And that's why I send it. That's why I send it.
Yeah.
I would love to send music if people's energy's like this, but everybody's not genuine all the time. You see what I'm saying? But you know, everything happens for a reason. That's why you gotta get it to the right people so they can feed that to the right people. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? It's all about giving the energy to the people who gonna reciprocate it. So like, I'm not here for like negativity, so I'm not even gonna give you my music. Don't talk about it. I don't care if your platform is. If you're here to throw negativity and throw what's going on, there's too much bullshit going on in the world for me to just feed into that. And all I'm trying to do in my music is show how vulnerable, one, we all are as humans, because no matter what we say, we all bleed red. We all got the same type of emotions. We all got feelings. We all get sad. So I'm not gonna sit here and not talk about those things. That's what I can relate to. I ain't rich yet. I don't know what it's like to drive certain cars, but I know what it's like to be sad or depressed. I know what it's like to like have a breakup. I know what it's like to be broke. You feel what I'm saying? And those conversations go on for the rest of your life. So
yes, absolutely.
That's what the artists I look up at.
Yeah, I love that about you. That just made me so happy.
I'm trying. Every day, man. Actually,
I'm
sorry.
him.
My mom tells me don't try. She was like, don't say try. You're doing. Like,
I love that.
Yeah,
so your mom's a really big influence in your life.
Big influence. That's why she's on my tag. She'd be saying turn that beat down and stuff like that.
Oh, that's her.
Yeah, that's my mom. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Oh,
I made it like it's a real story.
fire.
It's a real story. Like, you know, like I was like my oldest brother. Everybody got their reasons why like their grades be slipping as a child. When you coming up, somebody be a girl, some people be sports, some people mine was music. My middle brother was sports. My oldest brother was girls. So I got to it, and you know, my mom took the game from me. Like, I don't care. My mom, you know, said can't go outside. I couldn't care. But there was one night she took my computer away from me, and I locked myself in the room. Like, really did not come out. And I remember, like, my stepdad and my brother came over, tried to talk to my mom. Why you can't cut his legs from under him? You gotta love his computer. She's like, no, he coming up and hear all these flags on his grades. So no, because that's what she called them. She called them flags, which is hilarious. But she got all these flags on his joint. He can't have it, whatever. But she said she knew right then and there. She said because there was a lot of stuff that I've done to you, and like I never like you really got so depressed and upset that you could not have the computer.
Wow. So,
but also, and I told her that was the biggest day of my life too, because that's the first time I realized it was a true passion. You gotta remember, like I'm just getting into high school, so I don't really know it's real. I just know I like making music. Once that was taken away from me, I was like, I don't even know who I am now.
Yeah, what do I do?
Right.
Like,
So I also learned that day that this is what I really wanted to do too as well.
That's dope.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. So
I love hearing stories. Like that's why I really started doing all this, because I really love to learn about people.
Right.
So when you first reached out to me last year to come be a part of your rollout, I was so honored. Like I was just
genuine people, man.
Honored. I was like, oh, he was like, I would just love for you to be a part of it. I just feel like you're mad genuine. Like we barely knew each other at that point. After that hookah hour, we was locked in.
But I can feel that.
We was really locked in.
I felt it, and then also too, like I said, like I know what type of environment this kind of business and this industry creates a lot of times. And you can also tell who's here for the real shit and who ain't here for the bullshit.
Yeah.
And sometimes, like, just how your presence was at the listening session, you were so, like, locked in. You could tell that you got yourself ready to go. You had a plan of how you were going to focus. And you didn't really do anything crazy, but I could just tell by your approach that you
was really listening to it.
Taking it in. Yeah. And, you know, sometimes people come there just to be seen. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a who's fest a lot of times when it comes to that. Because majority of projects, you know, usually the bigger people is always working on the same project, so everybody trying to see what's going on. But then I just peep. I'm like, yo, she's really in tune with what's going on. So that kind of stuck out to me. I think that's probably why I felt comfortable reaching out. Because there's a lot of people.
That's really good to know.
Yeah, there's a lot of people there that I didn't reach out to.
It was a lot of people there. Can I tell you something? I might have said this in the last one, but I'm not sure. I didn't know Kenny. Like I didn't know him.
You told me. Which is another reason why I think that's like shows to how serious you are about what you're doing.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
like he invited me solely off of the purpose of me supporting him on social media. He was like, you always support, like it's only right. I would love to have you here. Like, and that to me, I was like, wow, I'm about to go to this studio session. Well, like this listening party. Never been to a listening party before. That was the first one I ever been to.
Great artist to go to too.
It was so fire. That project was fire. I love Kenny, but I didn't know him. I didn't know anybody. I didn't know who was gonna be there. I just had moved out to this area, so I was just starting to get familiar with a lot of people from around this area. And that shit was just like, it was just amazing to me. But I really just, like I said, when somebody shows me their music, I just take it all in. I want to listen from front to end. Like, people was talking and shit like that. I was dead just like this, just popping to like, like really just listening to that shit. I didn't even know you was there. I didn't know anybody.
And that's
like,
the point.
I wasn't even focused on nobody.
That's the testament to a good listening session. If they can say that, that means whatever aesthetics that you guys put there, you feel what I'm saying, it worked out. So to me, honestly, and I love listening sessions. I love doing that. I have some of my favorite listening sessions that I've done. Like I'm glad I didn't get a chance to know. I'm mad I didn't get a chance to know you at that time. I wish you would have came to my Rare One story listening session, because I did it and like, you know how like basically the whole stigma was like, I got like the story from like Zelda, the video game Link, basically like a child trying to go on this journey to learn about himself. And he's different, you know what I mean? But he has to go learn about love, loss, all that type of stuff. So that's why I use that for the Rare One story. So I also incorporate that, and I have my cover like kind of like the game. So when you came into my listening session, I had all the old game systems, and then in the back there was like a party going on at the same time.
That's fire.
So niggas was smoking out back, niggas was dancing in the joint and playing Mario Kart.
That's a good time.
Waiting to play, bro. Like I had a
That's
whole.
That's what I mean. He created.
Yeah, like that was my listening session for
I
that.
have never heard about no shit like that ever.
I was like, I haven't done one in a minute. And I'm not saying my idea when I'm doing the next one here. I'll tell you off camera. Yeah. Because somebody gonna steal my idea.
Yeah, you can't be telling people your ideas. Have you ever thought about writing a book?
Yeah, honestly, you know what's so crazy? I thought about almost like a narration animation story. Like I really want to tell like a unique story. That's why I'm trying to start it with my music. Like, you know, God willing, like I want to turn, you know, the Rare Man into a comic. And
I love that.
Yeah, and
I love that.
Yeah, but like what I would do is I don't want to incorporate like actual artists, like their entities. So it wouldn't be like Jaden Smith, it would be Sire. It wouldn't be Lil Durk, it'd be Smirk. That's the cartoon character in there.
Gotcha.
Like their entity that make them their superhero or whatever. You feel what I'm saying? And it's almost like every episode is more of like a it would be like more like a Twilight Zone type of thing. Okay. Where it's like you know, like a prelude episode was like, all right, this Rare guy's having a problem in the whole show about like trying to dress different. Everybody's commenting about this shirt, whatever. Yeah. So like, you know, he wishes everybody dresses the same, whatever. And he realized through that whole episode why that's like not, you know, everybody should have their own kind of way of being who they are.
That's fire.
And yeah, it's kind of like,
I like that.
Yeah, I want to turn it into some like Justice League type stuff. That's my goal.
That's gonna be.
Cause rap is the new real wave. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm here for that.
Rap is the new wave. They better wake up. Rappers are superheroes, actors, whatever you want to do now to control the culture. So it's like that. Why not get into that animation world the right way though? Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So for your music, do you make all of your beats?
A good portion. I would say I executive produce every record. So like, if I didn't like make the beat, you better be damn sure that producer went through hell to get on my project with that. Like, put like that. So, like, there's no, like, luck that I just ran into a beat. Everything is so strategically picked. So, a good portion, like, right now, I probably say it's a good, like, 65-70% right now.
Wow, that's impressive, though. Yeah. That's really...
Yeah. But I tried to back off because I realized, like, how much I expend as an artist without producing for myself sometimes. Yeah. So... And then, you know, like, it's feel like I got the Kanye syndrome right now because, like, I got called out a couple of times, like, back in the day. It was like, bro, you save all the good beats for yourself. And I'm like, all right, like, let me just give beats away. Because niggas was listening to the project. It was like, I ain't hear that beat in the pack. I ain't hear that beat. I'm like, I ain't play it.
I ain't give it to you.
I ain't play it. But, nah, I mean, I'm actually getting more into songwriting, too. Like, Cause I got so many records now that like you know, like I'm learning even artists now. Like I got a chance to shout out to Matt Fink, Dr. Fink, which is like he's a legendary keyboardist. He produced for well, he's the keyboardist on Prince and the Revolution.
Oh, okay.
So like actually Dr. Dre got his nickname from him. Dr. Dre's whole thing. Remember Straight Outta Compton?
Yeah.
When Dr. Dre was on like the keys and stuff, and he was that was Dr. Fink's get up. That's where he got that from.
Oh,
yeah, like him on the keys and everything like that. So, but anyway, so like Dr. Fink, like his son, who I know Max, I produced with him from LA and whatever, Kiss and Bass. So his dad's like a really, really cool dude, down to earth, not like some bougie, you know, old white dude. Like he's like, nah, bro. Like I'm gonna teach you about sync licensing and like things that he's got going in. He's like, yeah, you know, I'm working this stuff with Activision or everything. I'm like, don't they make that the Call of Duty stuff? God damn, you know. So what I'm saying all that to say is like I'm learning so much more outside of the business than like I thought I would have never known, to be honest with you. So this last year has been like the blessing sit back because I finally learned about business. Yeah. You know, I got my LLC cleaned up and all that, and I'm like, you know, I feel better about putting out what I'm doing now.
That's good. Yeah. Well, definitely comes with a lot of like legal stuff.
People
that's for sure. And I feel like a lot of artists really don't know that when they first start out. Obviously, everybody has to learn and stuff, but I really wish that like more people shared that part of it. Yeah. You know what I mean?
And people don't, because that's the algorithm of the game. The same way as the algorithm of society. It was like, you know, the less information society knows, the better I'm able to control how society works. Yeah. So that's why we're in this, you know, cluster now where artists, even like myself, you know, even though I put my music on Apple Music and Spotify and all that stuff like that, don't mean I'm a huge fan of what I'm doing that. I think just like everybody else, they are literally taking everything from the artist. That's just my opinion, you feel what I'm saying? So, like, people like Kanye West, I shout out to for STEM player and stuff like that because it's like, people really don't get, like, the field that we're in right now. Like, the best way I can put it is, like, bro, when people went from CDs to like iTunes, we really went from like $10 to $1. Yeah. Like that fast on music. And it's only gonna get, you know, easier and easier and easier. So you have to understand the business side of stuff. Because the biggest artists, just to get everybody to know, because I got a chance to like write and do some stuff from other big artists. A lot of these big artists is not really caring about streaming at all. They doing sync licensing. You feel what I'm saying? Commercial stuff that's getting picked up on shows, radio syncs. So when you're looking at these first sale numbers, like, don't get that twisted because Say Cheese May said somebody sold $35,000 sales this week. You don't know that dude just got picked up in a freaking ravioli commercial, that same song. Right. And he just made about $2 million. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's where the name of the game is really at, to me. But if you are going to go that route, I feel like you got to tell a story. That's why I'm still doing the way I'm doing it, because there's a story that I kind of feel like I want to get across. Yeah. But, yeah. And
that matters, too, you know, having a purpose behind everything that you do. So because you write from a lot of your experiences, do you write all of your music, or is there... Oh, okay.
I actually, to keep it real with you, that's kind of like one of those things. Like, I want to actually like have a writing team with me. It's one of those stuff. No, not thinking that I think my shit fired. I don't need it, but I want to because I want to expand. From my thing is like, one, I think like music is like should be shared, because it's like to me it's kind of like sports is. You don't want that just be by yourself. You feel what I'm saying? Like, those are the two things in the world, just my biased opinion, but two things in the world that don't really have like a color genre to work. You need to just, the ability is based off how successful it is. Gotcha. That's what I'm saying. All the other stigmas that the world bring into the sports now is stupid, but when you really think about the actual sports, it's not anything else besides the ability of what you can do. Music is the feeling. You feel what I'm saying? No matter what it comes from, if that song makes you feel good, you're gonna like it. So that's kind of how I am now when it comes to what I'm trying to do with this whole situation. So I'm learning throughout the whole process, but I would say that like writing with a team is probably where I'm leading to. I just don't, it's about trust factor, because I produced everything myself, so it's hard to like let go and trust that.
But I can imagine.
But you're so used to doing everything yourself, recording in the closet, and then you get to the studio, you find recording, and then you don't want that one person to like not really be invested in what you're doing.
That's true too. So it really all matters, like who you're working with and everything like that too.
Basically the team.
But definitely good to expand. You know, like going back to what we said earlier, you can't do everything by yourself. You can, but like to grow, you know what I mean? Sometimes it's good to have some people on your side too.
Yes.
So
I agree with that because I try to write like all of my treatments. Because all my videos and stuff like that, like now, like I try to hold myself and like try to make movies and stuff because I'm just really interested in that. I love Michael Jackson videos. I've loved every video that has a story behind it. Don't get me wrong. I love
your music videos are fire.
Appreciate
There's really like storylines, and I love. We got somebody in the crowd right here. Tess can tell you, all I do is sit and watch music videos and interviews. That's literally all is on my TV. Right. Like, anytime you walk in my crib, besides today because I had the TV on, but anytime you walk in my crib, like, it's music videos. Right. So watching your music videos, it just makes me so happy because I know that it's always going to be something so like, unique and something like that I'm really gonna be invested in watching it. Shout out to V Raw. She's killing it right now. Vanessa's killing. She a model. She was in the video. She was also in the Is It Real video too. That's why I brought her back in it. It was like a little old back. She was a vibe. Because I was saying in the song, you know, I be on my Bobby Brown. So I kind of try to bring that little back, like, oh, she was from the Is It Real video. That's why she was in that. I like that though. Yeah. I like that. Yeah, it's only for the people who pay attention. Yeah. You know what I mean? So that's the reason why I brought her in there. Her, like I said, she lit. Her swag is lit. Yeah, she fire. She's fire. So, and her vibe just in the video, like she just be vibing. Like, fire. Yeah, I love that. So yeah, I mean, I try to like balance it, but for the most part, I'm trying to tell a story. So if you've been watching my videos from Boys in the Wood until now, the story is this random nigga out here rearing up stuff. People getting, I don't know what's going on. They don't know his name. They just hear stories about him. It's almost like he's a mythical creature. I know that he did such and such. I know my kid got such and such for him, but I don't really know him. Right. So the more as the music comes out, the more you're going to start knowing. He's going to revealing himself, aka me, to the world and why my methods were my methods. Gotcha. Yeah. I love that. So I know you got singles dropping. Yes. When do you plan on releasing an album or an EP? So the viewers can know. I gotta get through. I'm gonna put roughly 3 to 4 singles. I get through these because I actually got all these videos made too. Like all these videos are like. I'm so excited. Yeah, all these videos are like done. The story is told perfectly right now. Like the way it's setting up. I can't wait to tell you off camera what I'm doing. But when I get through these singles, you know, I'm gonna be able to get to the album, and hopefully everything goes right. You know, the first single off the album is featuring R&B legend. I call him R&B legend, but Raheem Devon. He's an R&B legend. He got a song out with Key Sweat right now. Like he's ridiculously OG, and yeah, it's funny. It's weird because I had to feel like I had to change the title. Ironically enough. And I made the song 2 years ago, almost now. The song's called 24 Hours. Oh. Yeah. Okay. And it actually, when I play it to you, you're going to be like, what? This is scary. The Kanye joint, like, I just play. I can't say too much. I feel like I'm talking too much. Nah, it's okay. But I'm going to show you. But, like, yeah, I got a crazy single. I might change the name, I might not, depending on if I'm feeling it. We'll see where that 24-hour version of Kanye is at by then. Right. We'll see. We'll see. Well, I love having you on here. It's dope, man. It's a vibe, man. Dope. I like the set. The budget went up too. Thank you. We got the aesthetics, you know what I mean? Thank you. Oh, sorry. The aesthetics. Aesthetics. Yeah. I'm always cool to be here. This is a great conversation, and we dropping little nuggets, little gems. Yeah, you know what I mean? Facts. So, I really hope that y'all got something from this. Do you have anything that you want to say to everybody? Yeah, I have just something I can shout out. Shout out to my Tapped In podcast. I'm dropping a first podcast. Yeah, y'all gonna get to know me personally. People who didn't know me personally, everybody just know me from the music and the beats. And it's like, oh, that's the bull who be with Aaron. Oh, the bull who he shook Jaden head. Alright, y'all gonna get all that. But the story y'all gonna learn from me, elementary school, school lunch fights. Okay, because I had some stories. The first time I got smacked in varsity football, there's a bunch of stories y'all gonna need to know. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, now I'm starting a podcast up with me and my friends just to get people to know me personally. That way the music can flow, but at the same time, fans are getting a chance to see me as a person instead of just a. And that was the whole purpose of me really doing this too. It's like people get to know the person behind the music and behind the artist or behind the business owner, like you know what I mean, like just whatever. But not everybody can be able to necessarily get the content off from people. You gotta have
I'm plugging you right now. But you gotta have a certain genuineness about how you move about yourself. Like, you gotta be able to get these things out of people. You can set up a nice set all day, but if you come up here and you look at me like you about to put me on 60 Minutes, I might not give you the answers I want. You feel what I'm saying? Just don't feel like that. You know what I mean?
Facts.
So this is a vibe. It's a vibe. So if you're an artist or creative, entertainer, or somebody who's just positive, a mogul, business person, auntie, uncle, cousin, cat, dog, mouse, alligator, this is where to be at. You know what I'm saying? It's going down.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Absolutely. You already know.
All right, y'all. Well, I think that's it.
Yeah, we gave him a lot.
I think that's it. Y'all got enough today. You know what I'm saying? You'll see him back on the channel. Comment down below if you want to see him back on the channel.
Oh, yeah. Steph, she makes a cameo in one of these videos.
Oh, I forgot to mention that.
I told you I'm gonna plug you.
I forgot about that.
That's how you know she a real one. She didn't even want. I don't want to be the one. I'm gonna be the one. I got Steph involved in some of these videos. So when y'all hear her, y'all gonna go crack up. But it's just all false.
Yeah, my face ain't in it, but you gonna hear my voice.
You gonna know. You gonna know it's Steph. You gonna know it's Steph. First 2 seconds, you'll be like, no, it's her. I know damn well that's Steph. They gonna call. Let me call her right now. What that you? And they gonna talk to different. I told you that was her. Told you.
That shit gonna be fire. I can't wait to hear. Wait, what song is that for?
It's a song called BET.
Oh. That's one of my favorite songs. Wait, we gotta go.
Yeah.
I knew you was gonna rock that. That's really one of my favorite songs. Can't wait for that shit to drop. When you drop it, never mind. Never mind. We gave y'all enough today.
Next time y'all might get information. But
listen, I'm gonna put all his information in the description below. Make sure you guys follow him, stream all his music. And you'll just find him everywhere in the description below. All right, and make sure you follow me on Instagram, and don't forget to subscribe. If you watch this whole entire thing and you didn't subscribe yet, what's going on?
I don't know.
You know what I mean? Like, what's going on?
You're fake. Okay, and we don't have time for that.
We don't got time for that. Okay, so hit the little subscribe button. That's it, and that's all. And we out.
We out this joint.